This video is brought to you by our friends at Squarespace.
Hi, welcome back. Allison, Wonder Crochet. Happy to have you here. You know, I had such a cute outfit picked out to wear today, and I woke up and it was 30 degrees and snowing, so we're going with cozy Wonder Crochet merch, of course. Honestly, I wear these hoodies almost every day. So I want to start the day out with a little yarn unboxing, which I haven't gotten new yarn in a while. I've been trying not to buy a ton and really just use what I have because, you know, yarn is expensive. But Hobbii was having a sale and I was running out of a lot of colors of Honey Bunny because I've been making so many puppies. Specifically nougat. I really needed the color nougat because I made 2 dogs in nougat, and I also made the magic troll with the rainbow hair in nougat as well. So of course I got more nougat, and Honey Bunny is the only brand that I found that makes this like beige brown warm color that I just love, and I'll show you what I've been making with it. So of course the magic troll that actually went viral, which I was really excited about, I used nougat for the body here, and then for the hair I used Red Heart Retro Stripes. So if you want to make trolls, nougat is a great color to use. You can also use like beige, or Parfait Chunky has toffee, which would work as well. And also you can use any color. Like I made a pink troll, a troll with blue skin, so it doesn't just have to be nougat, but I do like the look of nougat. And then of course puppies. I made these 2 and I used nougat for both of them because I just thought that it was a perfect puppy fur color. And then for my popping bunny, which it's the week of Easter, so happy almost Easter. I used nougat for this pot to make it look kind of like a terracotta pot. I think it works really well for that too. And then of course it makes a wonderful tan skin color as well. I know that for a while it was hard to find like a wide variety of skin tones in chenille yarns, but I have found that Honey Bunny does do a good job of that. So then I also got white. Can never have enough white yarn, and I needed more of this lilac color, which I think is just so pretty for spring. And then I also got this like pale blue, and I also like this one for spring. I used a color like this when I made the troll with the blue skin and the purple hair. And then of course I needed more beige, but this is what I would use to most closely match like my skin color, so I think it's a good tone for that. So now let's organize a little bit, put these yarns away. I am going to put all of these on this shelf here. I think last week, 2 weeks ago, we reorganized the Parfait Chunky shelf. It's a mess, but it's a mess already again, so I'm not even going to deal with that today, and let's work on this one. You know how much I love posting new free patterns on my website and also having my own online shop, and if you'd like an easy way to do that too, I would definitely recommend Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that you can use to make all that happen. Whether you're a crochet artist like me or you have your own different passion projects, Squarespace makes it so easy for you to have your own beautiful website and actually grow your creative business. One of my favorite things, the drag and drop editor. Seriously, no tech stress here. I can tweak fonts, colors, and layout to match my cozy, colorful aesthetic without touching a single line of code. And Squarespace email campaigns, game changer. I can send out pattern updates, shop launches, and freebie pattern alerts all in one place. Everything's on brand and looks so professional. So if you've been dreaming about launching your own site or online shop, this is your sign. When you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/wondercrochet for 10% off a new website or domain. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video, and let's go organize some yarn. I've actually been using a lot of yarn lately because I've been making a lot of new patterns, and I haven't just been making like 1 or 2 of each of the plushies for the patterns. Like for the puppies, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4. I've made 5 puppies so far, and I think I want to make another one today. So all that to say, I actually have some room to put this new yarn. I wouldn't have ordered it if I didn't have the room to put it, you know. And all my yarn over here is actually Honey Bunny and Toucan. And then I have Parfait Chunky on the other side of the room. And then the yarn over here is a really good chenille yarn, which I really like. I need to make more projects in that soon. But I really like to have like a good variety of colors, especially when I'm designing new patterns, because I never know what I'll need. And I don't know, I just like to have those options, which might seem like I'm maybe buying too much, but I really do use it all because, you know, I do this every single day. Look how nice and organized this looks. And then we'll do this one next. Let's reorganize. The colors look strange. I have some blue over, you can't really see it, I have some blue over here that I'll maybe switch out and put the orange over here. It's nice and organized over here now. And I think that the colors look even better than they did before. And then something else that I just unboxed, I got new sticker sheets. I sell these stickers individually, but a lot of you said that you wanted sticker sheets that had smaller versions of all 10 of the crocheting animals on it. So I designed this on Canva and I just got them in the mail and I think they turned out really cute. They have all 10 of our favorite crocheting animals on them, and this is glossy waterproof vinyl stickers. So these are on sale now in my Etsy shop. I sell these as well as bigger individual stickers, and then of course the crocheting animal merch. So I have a little bit of everything. If there's something else that you all want with these on, let me know. I was thinking about maybe doing a phone case for myself, so I might do those if more people are interested too, but I really like these. So I did launch these and I have several orders. So let's pack up sticker orders, and then I need to pick up my niece from school. So when we come back, then we'll crochet together a little bit. I had to get bigger envelopes because these are 5 by 7 inches. So it's bigger than the envelopes that I had. And I love these self-sealing envelopes. These are just the little things that I enjoy because there's nothing that I dislike more than licking an envelope. No, I wouldn't even do that. And having to wet an envelope. I love these self-sealing ones. Okay, that's all. Oh, also, I've been watching all the content from Epic Universe in Florida, and I would love to visit. So I hope that I get to visit someday because it looks amazing. Okay, let's pack up sticker orders. Okay, now that our stickers are all packed up, I want to film a tutorial, which when you're watching this will already be posted, but I'm thinking of doing a mini troll. You all love this pattern so much, I wanted to do a smaller version, probably like half the size, and have that as a free tutorial, especially for markets, because I know that a lot of people like to find easy, quick, free patterns that are cute for their markets. So I'm going to film that tutorial. I just want to show you real quick how I film tutorials and like what my setup is, because I don't think I've ever showed that before. So I clear everything off of my desk, and then I have this overhead light up here so that you all can see the stitches that I'm doing in the tutorials. And then I use this like bendable phone holder, and I actually film the tutorials with my phone. I've just found that works so much better than filming them with my camera. I'm able to export them quickly and edit them quickly, and it just works out better that way. So I'll clamp this down and clamp down this little background that I have here, the classic cloud background, and then I'll just bend this in the right position and film it on 4K with my phone. And then I like to have my iPad here where I'll pull up the pattern and I can follow along there, but you won't be able to see the iPad in the tutorial. And for this mini troll, I actually haven't made it yet. I wrote the pattern just from my brain, if that makes sense, and I haven't made it yet. So I do need to make it, see if it works out, and then of course get the tutorial going. So if you'd like to make your own mini troll, hopefully everything works out and it's cute, the tutorial should already be up. Okay, it's actually the next day. I finished this mini little troll and the tutorial filmed, posted, good to go. So if you want to make a cute little mini troll, then you can. Let me show you the size comparison to our original troll. And of course the original troll pattern is in my shop and the mini one is free. So it is much smaller, but it's no-sew. It works up pretty quickly. Again, I wanted you to have something like this that you can make for markets. Obviously you can make the larger one for markets, but it takes up a little bit more time, and I know people like to have mini things for markets as well. So I filmed, edited everything. It took me probably like 6 hours yesterday, so that's why I'm here the next day. The craft room is an absolute mess now because I have just been throwing stuff everywhere as I'm filming. Let's tidy it up just a little bit before we go any further. It's looking so much better, and now I think I want to crochet another puppy. So I've made 5 puppies so far. I think I want to make a pug, but not just any pug. If you've ever heard of Pug Lulu, she's just too cute. I got the approval to crochet her from her owner, so I think that I'm going to crochet a pug now. Just to show like what the mix and match dog pattern includes, because I've had tons of people ask me to make a pug, and I just want to show that like you can do that with the pattern already. And I definitely think I want to do a little flower crown for her too. So I think I'm going to do like a dark brown, a very dark brown instead of a black, and then like a beige color. So let's get started. I'm going to use this beige color for the main fur, and then I am going to use this dark brown color, and I've already made one of the little ears. I think that this is going to turn out super cute. So I got a little snack, cucumbers and some chips, and this is as far as I've gotten. And I think it's gonna turn out really cute. So I've been using, I think these are 14mm safety eyes on the dogs that I've already made, but Lulu's eyes are so big, I feel like I should use 16mm eyes. And then obviously I'll have to shape the face so that it has that smashed in pug. Poor things with the breathing problems. What I really need to do is organize my safety eyes and get drawers for them like I have for my stickers, because it's kind of a mess. I just have them all in bags in my drawer with all my felt, and it's just not organized. So I am going to try the 16mm eyes and see if those work. I feel like this will work, especially after we do the face shaping. That really makes a difference. Oh, they're too far apart. Okay, let me play around with it. Oh, her eyes are kind of far apart. Let me play around with it. Okay, I have the eyes in and the nose. Again, it'll look a lot better once we shape the face after we finish it, but I think that she's looking cute so far. I finished the head and I think that it actually turned out perfectly. I'm out of time here for today, but if you want to see the full Lulu the Pug, it's already posted on my Instagram, so just head over there. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today and helping me get stuff done. I really love our just cozy crochet with me hangout days. So don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And of course, if there's any fun, cozy, crafty crochet videos that you want to see, leave them down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.